2016 Hunter Valley Shiraz. This is very cool. We get a staff allocation each year and it comes out quarterly, and we're allowed to purchase. It's like part of our package. And I literally got mine yesterday, and I ordered 10 cases of this because I love it to bits. It's kind of based on the older style Hunter wines, which we're not trying to chase the Barossa styles and be big and heavy and bold. We like a little bit more medium bodied and a bit more refined. So this wine, it actually has around about 25% of whole bunch influence. So I'll say whole bunch and I'll expand on that a little bit. This is something that's usually reserved for Pinot Noir. So whole bunch refers to, you go to the vine, you hand pick the bunch, and usually what happens is when it comes into the winery, those berries are removed from the stalks and they're crushed a little bit to release the juice, so it soaks in the skin, because the skin holds all the flavour and the tannin. When it comes to whole bunch, you pick it, you take it to the winery, and you don't de-stem it and you don't crush it. You leave it as a whole form. So in a nice big bin, and a wild ferment will start. So this starts a process of, it's basically intracellular fermentation. So inside that grape skin, inside the grape itself, is it'll start fermenting. Now what happens when it ferments is yeast will start eating sugar, and what the yeast's main purpose is actually consuming sugar to produce carbon dioxide, and as a byproduct, which is a pretty awesome byproduct, it's alcohol. So the yeast are producing this CO2, and if you think of a whole grape, I mean that skin is keeping all the juice in there. So what happens if there's more pressure build up from the CO2 in there is it gets to a point that actually splits, so it bursts out, so you start getting juice burst out everywhere. Now it creates a lovely bubblegum almost lift to it, and that's why we use it in the production of Pinot Noir. So I started using it a little bit more with Shiraz because they used to do that back in the 70s and early 80s in the Hunter, even though they moved away from it. And this just creates a really fresh, vibrant wine. I'd love to say it's very similar to Cornas, but then that would be offending Cornas quite a lot. But it's got that crunchiness to the palate, and hopefully, I mean, Amir, you're right, you really do need to warm it up a little bit, otherwise you're not going to get those characters coming through.